What's up, guys? Eric here, and we are continuing to grind and drift higher here with the Turkey Day week on deck. So, as you can see, another nice green bar to the upside here today out of the S&Ps. We were able to finally just poke right up to 6791s. These are those highs from the other day, 6791s. We got 679250s. So just barely poked up through those in the S&Ps. In the Nasdaq here, we have yet to be able to do that. So 25 258.50s, which is about 100 points, exactly 100 points away, oddly enough at the time of this recording, is still up there to get tested. And unfortunately, I kind of think that we'll end up opening in and around that 258 level. And from that point forward, it would be a matter of whether or not we think we're going to get continuation from there all the way up into 483s or not, or if that's just going to be what it is on the week, and we kind of base out or maybe even pull back a little bit from there, right? Now, the big thing that was telling us all of that this week still was the Russell, right? The Russell was able to poke up through that big red bar from last Thursday yesterday, and then that thing ended up continuing and getting a nice move today. My targets are 24, 52, 90s in there on the day, and we just managed to push, an extra 20 points, through that level. So the Russell here has some really, really good strength. And I'm kind of liking the action overall that I'm seeing from here. We're getting a little bit aggressive at the moment. We're running away a little bit further than I'd like us to see. We can kind of chill out anytime now in the Russell. But pullbacks here in the Russell or consolidation and breaks should be a long opportunity from a potential swing perspective, I think, in the Russell, and seeing if we can't get the push all the way back up there to essentially new all-time highs, right? If we look at the IWM, we can kind of see it's a little different than the futures. This spike was obviously already taken out, unlike the futures. Just with rolls and things like that, it just adjusts and doesn't quite look the same as an IWM here. But yeah, I think we've got room to go ahead and pop up and go get those highs. I don't know, it's a pretty bold statement, if you will, the past 3 days that I feel like the Russell has made just by this action alone. So I'm going to continue to look for the same thing. Continued grind and drift to the upside. When we look at, dropping it down to a 2-minute chart here on the Nasdaq, we did essentially exactly what we were looking for, talking about last night's video, just looking to see if we could, somewhere down here around 850s and see if we could look to do something from there. We did, however, get this really sharp move to the downside, which was kind of unexpected. I mean, I think this was like a 270-point range or something, pretty much right out of the gate, which was a little bit aggressive, to say the least. But we were able to find an entry right down in here at about 730s today. So we took a little bit of heat on this. It traded down to 700.75s for us, which was well within our risk tolerances there. But we were able to find entries around 730s, and then we were able to take exits up here at 850s, just under this opening print area here, when we failed to get this push up through what would have been new highs at 879s. So we had a pretty good exit there. It did come back and trade 761, so we would have been giving up, 100 points or so on that, which maybe wouldn't have been a bad idea if we had thought and could potentially hold it all the way up here, for another 300 points, give or take, for the Nasdaq, right? But I'm happy with the exit. We were able to pick up just shy of 300 points as well in the Dow, getting out right up in here into 911s. We were able to take entries right down in here at about 620, 625s, depending on your entries and your fills down here for the Dow. So it was really, really nice move. Pretty straightforward. We entered at 1024 and we were able to get out, basically 20 couple minutes later for 280 points there. And realistically, no heat, one small red bar here, kind of on the way to those targets. And then we managed to push through, right? After that pullback, we managed to push through and we got all the way up into 47 234s. So for me, I'm looking at this and I'm watching the overnight session here now. You know, we're at 67.97s. My target's up here, 6,800. We've pretty much done, I think, all that we can do or all that we needed to do on the week from a price perspective, right? If Nasdaq finishes out and gets to that 25,258s, then overall, I think we've seen and done everything, that we could have asked from the market here for this week. So we'll be a little bit lighter, a little bit more just kind of chilling, taking it back, and getting ready to round out the end of this week tomorrow, going into that turkey day there. So anyways, I hope you guys were able to capture a piece of this move and didn't get caught up in this, aggressive selling pressure here first thing this morning. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a great holiday weekend. I'm ready to be back, oddly enough, already ready to be back on Monday here, get through the holiday, and then we'll have a couple weeks there before Christmas, and then we can roll into the new year. And I'm looking forward to 2026 here. So I'm just watching NASDAQ at the moment continuing to push up. And like I said, we got about 100 points to go in the overnights. So I'm fully expecting that when I wake up, NASDAQ will be trading somewhere around 25,258. And then it'll be a pretty chill day for us. So anyways, if you guys have any questions, want to reach out to me, feel free to. I'll leave some links in the description down below. Apex is running an insane sale right now for Black Friday, and a 100K account is like $69 all in. They kind of did $69.40, a little play on numbers there. Probably could have made it $69.42, but nonetheless, there it is what it is. So anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Appreciate you. Have a great long extended weekend if I don't see you guys tomorrow, but I will be live here on YouTube. So be sure to tune in, and I'll see you guys then. Have a great rest of your evenings. Peace.